Welcome to Veil. Here, we pull back the curtain on history's most daring covert operations. The missions that changed wars, toppled regimes, and rewrote history. Mussolini's fall is a disaster for Hitler. It's the summer of 1943, and the Axis war machine is breaking apart. The Soviets are pushing back in the east. The Americans are crushing Japan in the Pacific. Now, Italy, one of Germany's last allies, is about to switch sides. Hitler has no time to waste. On July 26th, he calls an emergency meeting at his heavily guarded headquarters in Poland, the Wolf's Lair. Nazi commanders shuffle into the dark, swamp-surrounded bunker. They don't know why they're here, but they know their leader, and when Hitler is angry, men disappear. The room is silent as he delivers the news. Mussolini is gone. His generals exchange uneasy glances, but then Hitler unveils his plan, and it leaves them stunned. He wants to rescue Mussolini, overthrow the Italian government, and seize Rome. The idea is reckless and verging on impossible. His army chief warns him, Germany doesn't have enough troops near Rome to strike. They need time. Hitler agrees to delay the coup, but there's one thing he won't wait for: Mussolini's rescue. If the Italians hand him over to the Americans, it's over. The thought of a Nazi dictator, tried as a war criminal, is simply unthinkable. The mission must begin immediately. Hitler names it Operation Eiche. The Luftwaffe is given the most critical role. Germany's elite pilots and paratroopers are already training in southern France. Their commander, General Kurt Student, will lead the mission, but first, they need intelligence. Mussolini's location is still unknown. For that, Hitler needs a man he can trust, a man who won't ask questions, a man willing to do anything. He doesn't know it yet, but that man is Otto Skorzeny. At that moment, Skorzeny is drinking in a Berlin bar. Tall, stocky, and fanatically loyal, he was once just another Nazi mechanic. He dreamed of flying but spent the war fixing tanks. His arrogance got him noticed. His loyalty got him promoted. And now, despite no real combat experience, he leads an SS unit. His true talent? Keeping secrets. That's all Hitler needs. A phone call interrupts his drink. His secretary's voice is urgent. He is to report to the Wolf's Lair immediately. A plane is waiting. Skorzeny bolts from the bar. Excitement floods his veins. He doesn't know what awaits him. Meeting Hitler could mean a major assignment, or something far worse. The Gestapo had eyes everywhere. A single misstep, a wrong word in the wrong ear, and even the most loyal officers could vanish. But there was no time to dwell. He had orders. He rushed to the airport, still in civilian clothes. No time to pack. On the tarmac, he threw on his SS uniform and boarded a transport plane. He was the only passenger. The 2-hour flight felt longer. Alone, anxious, he sipped cognac, wondering what awaited him. The plane touched down near Wolf's Lair, Hitler's secret headquarters deep in a Polish forest. A black Mercedes was waiting. The ride through the dense trees was silent, broken only by the hum of the engine. Guards at the gate barely glanced inside. Skorzeny had arrived. Inside a dimly lit hut, 5 SS officers sat in tense silence. No introductions, no small talk. Then, a lieutenant appeared. It's time. The SS men followed him into the meeting room. Hitler was waiting. His piercing gaze swept across them, measuring, calculating. Then he asked a simple question. What do you think of Italy? The officers answered cautiously, praising Italy as a valuable ally. Skorzeny, the lowest ranking among them, spoke last. He took a risk. I am Austrian, he said. A subtle reminder. Austria lost the land to Italy after World War I. Hitler never forgot that humiliation. Skorzeny's words hit their mark. The Führer nodded. Then he dismissed the others. Only Skorzeny remained. Hitler leaned in. Mussolini had been betrayed. He was in prison. The new Italian government was negotiating with the Allies. They might hand Mussolini over any day. That could not happen. Hitler's order is clear. Find him, rescue him, no matter the cost. Skorzeny saluted and left the room. He had just been chosen for one of the most daring missions of the war, but there was one problem. He wasn't a spy. Skorzeny moved fast. By the end of July, he and a team of 36 disguised SS officers landed in Rome, working under Luftwaffe commander General Kurt Student. Their cover was thin. Nearly 40 SS men suddenly appearing in the city would draw suspicion. And there was another problem. No one knew where Mussolini was. Skorzeny had an idea. A nearby Nazi-run concentration camp produced counterfeit currency. He seized a stash of forged money and sent his men into the streets, bribing for information. It backfired. Locals gladly took the cash, trading rumors, lies, and wild speculation. In 1 week, the SS team burned through their funds and found nothing. Frustrated, General Student sent in reinforcements, 2 seasoned operatives. Kapler, a ruthless Gestapo spy, and Dolman, a smooth-talking diplomat. Kapler squeezed Roman police contacts. Dolman worked high society circles. They asked questions carefully. If Italy's new government realized the Nazis were hunting Mussolini, they'd move him, or worse. Then came a breakthrough. A Luftwaffe engineer spotted a heavily guarded convoy near Gaeta, a port on Italy's western coast. The next day, a German naval officer reported seeing Mussolini on a ship. Skorzeny had his first real lead. Mussolini was being moved, but to where? The SS team was drowning in contradictory reports. Ventotene, Elba, Santo Stefano. The dictator was everywhere and nowhere. Then, once again, the German Navy delivered the answer.